Hey there, I'm Bonnie Wiscombe, a business coach who helps life coaches and content creators launch their business and start making money. So I tell all of my clients that every successful business needs two main pillars, the mindset piece and the strategy piece. Without the mindset piece, good luck even getting up in the morning and having motivation to get your business off the ground or pushing through failures and things that don't turn out as expected. Without the strategy piece, you're not even gonna know what to do every day when you wake up. You need to know how to create a basic customer journey, how to get people in and keep them in your audience, and how to get them buying from you. These two are equally important. But there is one aspect of business that we don't talk about as much and is more important than both of those combined, and that is involving God in your business. Now, as Christian entrepreneurs, we know how important it is to involve God in our lives, but how many of us do it regularly in our businesses? It took me way too long to do this. Mostly because I thought maybe my business wasn't that important, or that God didn't really care, or it felt a little shallow asking Him for help with my business. But I'm here to say the exact opposite is true. If something is important to us, it's also important to God. So in this video, I'm going to help you relinquish some of that stranglehold you might have on your business to do everything your way, and instead allow God to step in and do some His way. Now, I'm a very visual person, and one of my favorite analogies as to how God deals with us is how parents deal with their children. Do you have a toddler at home, or have you ever seen a 3-year-old in action? Most 3-year-olds are masters of the I do it myself mentality. They're learning to be independent, learning to do things all by themselves, and so they regularly refuse help even when they're very slow and very ineffective in what they're trying to do. So picture, for example, a 3-year-old who is trying to put her shirt on by herself, and she immediately struggles. She puts the arm through the neck hole and her head through an armhole, or she's got it on twisted backwards or is inside out, and you can tell she's struggling. As a loving parent or aunt or uncle, you might want to reach out and say, "Can I help you, honey? Can I just twist it a little bit? Can I just tweak this a little bit? I could make life so much easier for you right now." And what does she say? "No!" Maybe stamps her foot. "I do it myself." And you're just thinking, oh, you have nothing but compassion and love for her. You want to help her so much, but you also value her independence and her agency. That is God with us and our businesses. He values our independence. He values our will and our agency. He will never step in if we don't ask Him to. But picture yourself as like a spiritual or entrepreneurial toddler, just doing the best you know how, but you know so very little. Frankly, all of the business experts in the entire world know so very little compared to what God knows. So why wouldn't we want to tap into the master of the universe's knowledge and inspiration in pushing our business forward? So if you struggle with letting go of some of the control in your business, remember, you have a work to do. You have a mission. You have people that you need to help. How are you going to help those people best if you don't allow God's knowledge and inspiration to help you do so, to reach more people, to maximize the effectiveness of your message, to get more sales to bless both your life and the other person's life? Because we know the transformation is in the transaction. Once money has changed hands, then people's lives can really start to change. Doesn't that sound so much better than trying to do it ourselves with our limited perspective, our limited knowledge, and our limited experience? Now, you might be saying, yeah, but actually that's not my problem. My problem is I don't work enough, or I relinquish too much control, or I just say, okay, God, make some miracles for me, and you're not willing to do some of the work. Well, that's the opposite side of the spectrum, right? And frankly, we can all be guilty of going too far one way or too far the other. But in reality, God wants us somewhere in the middle, where we're reaching out and asking Him for help while still showing up every single day and giving it our best. I like to think that God doesn't want us to be control freaks who push Him out of our lives, but He also doesn't want mindless drones who just say, okay, tell me what to do. I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs until I get some inspiration from you. No, there's a perfect middle ground. Now, what does that middle ground look like? Honestly, it's a very personal decision. Let me just show you what it's looked like for me. For example, when I started planning my year this year, I knew that I needed to involve God more in my business. And so I prayed a lot, did a lot of meditation, and asked Him what He wanted of me this year. And one single word came to me, and the word was surrender. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. It might be a personal life thing, it might be a business thing, likely both. Likely He's just trying to teach me to let go a little bit of my plans, of my goals, of pushing things to look a certain way, and instead hold on to His vision. Now, I don't know what His vision is, but as I continue to involve Him in my business and my personal life, I think it will be made clear to me. And when challenging situations arise, because they do for us every day, every month, every year, I know that the answer is to surrender my own will and my own need to control things in order to invite the Lord back in. Now, in addition to that, when I plan my quarterly goals or my monthly goals, when I look over my past analytics or my financial statements, I am open to inspiration. I'm open to knowledge from God that is going to help me show up better, more efficiently, and in a more Christian manner. So that's my challenge for you. Ask yourself, ask God in prayer, what's the best way to involve Him in your business right now? Whether it's this week, this month, do some journaling, figure out what it is, and then have the courage to do what He is asking you to do. I promise you're going to see so much change. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content for Christian entrepreneurs.